Hey y'all, what's up? Jamie, that's me here. Welcome back to the channel. Listen, I wanted to talk to you guys more about this situation regarding Miss Porsha Williams. Okay, I told you guys earlier today that Porsha ended up going over to the Breakfast Club on yesterday. While at the Breakfast Club, she talked about Tameron Hall, and the reason Tameron came up was because Angela Yee was recently on Tameron Hall's show where she kind of called out, the Breakfast Club for not having enough women in the room when she would be, on set or whatnot, and also just not feeling, fully comfortable, being the only woman in the room over at Breakfast Club. DJ Envy called out Cap and things like that, and it was Porsha's turn to actually speak on Angela Yee's situation. She talked about how she felt as though if she did not have somebody like Tameron Hall, to ask her questions, maybe she wouldn't be in a situation that she's in now, which is going viral. That's also interesting because now you're speaking on Tameron Hall and now you're viral, Miss Porsha Williams, okay? Now, she pretty much talks about how she kind of felt uncomfortable. She did not like the line of questioning and the way that Tameron Hall came at her. For me, when I watched it, I didn't see anything wrong with Tameron Hall and the questions that she asked because, hey, those were questions that we all wanted to know. Tameron asked those questions. I feel like as a journalist, she did what she needed to do as far as bigging you up and asking the proper questions. I do feel like Tameron's not the only person, the first journalist where a person did not like some of the questions that were being asked. Y'all saw how y'all saw how R. Kelly cut up. Y'all saw how he cut up in that interview when a journalist got up there and started asking the right questions that they did not want to answer. So if that's what left you flustered, then maybe you should have practiced a bit more, in my personal opinion, to likely say, hey, I'm not going to answer that, or have a good response, to that question. So I don't think we should put everything on Miss Tameron Hall as though she was a Wendy Williams with hers. But at the end of the day, she got her answers. Okay. Feel a way about it, maybe do a better job, but understand that the entire situation surrounding Miss Porsha and Simon Guobadia was extremely messy. A lot of people had a lot of things to say, including her own baby daddy and more. Okay. But either way, that's neither here nor there. Now, Porsha is indeed Mrs. Guobadia, as she did marry Simon just at the end of last year. Okay. Somewhere in October, November-ish is when they got married. So congratulations to them. And yeah, let's get back to the Tameron Hall situation because, again, like I told y'all, Miss Porsha called Tameron Hall out. I have not seen Tameron Hall come out to respond or anything, but I did see where Loni Love came out to speak in her defense, and this is what Loni Love had to say. All right. Loni Love took to social media and she says, for my book tours, I was interviewed by Gayle King and Tameron Hall. Both of them read my books because they had the books marked with notes. Okay, that's how she knew they read her book. She says, I was effing shocked and honored they took the time to read it, but it helped to make a great interview. They are journalists. Okay, now before we go further, I have to highlight that that's important. Like when you are about to interview somebody that's about to drop a book, yeah, it would behoove you to read certain parts of the book so that you can ask the proper questions, okay, about what was in said book. So, girl, listen. Stop that, Miss Porsha. Stop that. That's what that lady was asking the right questions. Now, you probably shouldn't have put it in the book if you didn't want her to answer it, okay? Now, let's go ahead and see what else was said, all right? Now, again, Loni Love says that, but it helped to make a great interview. They are journalists in all caps. So then Porsha responds to Loni and says, so touching. Now, if you ask me personally, I do feel like Miss Porsha was trolling when she responded to Loni Love saying so touching, okay? With a heart. And it's like, girl, why are you saying so touching when what you had to say about Tamara the day before wasn't really touching? But it's also given that Portia's like, girl, I don't care. I said what I said. That was my experience. Feel how you want to feel. That's good for you. That's good for you. All right. Now let's get into more because Loni definitely came back and she responded. Loni Love says, this is not about you, P. And I hope you know that this is about the fact that there is a difference in journalists versus non-journalists. But I'm an interviewer, but I'm not a journalist, okay? She says, I'm an interviewer, but I'm not a journalist, and I learned a lot by watching these women, okay? So that is something that Loni Love had to say. She wanted to come to the front to address those things when it came down to Miss Porsha, okay? Actually, I want to slide over to the comments on this just so I can see exactly what some of the fans are saying and how they are responding to this, okay? So I see someone says, all I know is a lot of celebrities are upset when they can't lie in peace. And I will agree that some of these hosts slash journalists can be a little much, but that's because you can't tell them 1 + 1 = 3. They're going to press your ass and tell you that's illogical. And that's my thing right there, okay? When journalists do their job, which is actually researching, fact checking, doing their proper homework, and then they come to you with those questions and they're trying to make things make sense, you can't get over on them like you probably could get over on some non-journalist, okay? It's just not gonna happen. So it is what it is. All right. Somebody says, IDK, why y'all taking Porsha seriously is what the person says. They said, IDK, why you guys are taking Porsha seriously? Same person who thought the Underground Railroad was an actual railroad. Wow. You know, I have to say, I forgot about that just a little bit. Just a little bit, I forgot about it, but I see how quickly you guys remind me. All right, somebody says, although Tameron is indeed a journalist, after seeing a few of her most recent interviews, she has been throwing a lot of condescending shade towards other women. I have made my own assumptions, but this is truly who Tameron Hall is. On another note, she better start dating her husband before. Wow, the person puts up finger emojis. Okay, so I'll definitely have to go back and see if I see what this person sees when watching Tameron Hall's recent interviews. Okay, as of yet, I have not seen it. I feel as though Tameron is asking the right questions. She's doing her job. All right, but we'll have to check it out and see if there's going to be any changes of her trying to play the messy role, you know, in an effort to get more views. But I want you guys to go ahead and hop down in the comments. Let me know your thoughts about everything that we just discussed. That's all that I got. I'm Jamie. That's me. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share my videos, or follow me on Instagram and Twitter at JamiThatsMe. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.